Welcome to 7th and 8th grade science. I am Miss Dawn, and this is a supplemental video for those of you who missed Zoom on Thursday, 8/17 at 1. You'll need to watch this to learn how to function in the class and as well as how to complete your assignments for this week. So the first thing I want to show you is how to use the Canvas course. If you have already explored your language arts social studies courses, you'll notice that they are similar and the science course is the same. I sort of have the framework the same in all three courses, so once you learn how to do it in one course, you'll know how to do it across the board. So once you go to your Canvas course and log in, you'll see your dashboard like this, that have language arts, science, social studies, advisory, and then you also have your math with Mr. Warwick. So clicking on science, and I'll show you the student view. Okay. So just like your other classes, you have information about me and meeting times. We have a start here button, a read button, a weekly lesson, and instructional video button. You have multiple ways to get to content in this class. The easiest way to see sort of everything that you need to do during the week and all of your links is going to be under weekly lessons. I will try to link videos that you'll need, text that you'll need, any content that you'll need for that week right there, as well as your assignments. So that's kind of your, if you want to just kind of go to one place, you're going to go here, weekly lessons, and it'll bring up this document. The first page shows you the skills and the big questions that we will be working on in Unit 1 of Science. We'll be working on Earth Science for the first quarter. These are the skills that you will need to either learn or improve upon during quarter 1, and they will be tested at the end of the quarter. And some big questions, things that I want you to be able to not find a right answer to, but be able to think through and come up with an answer to by the end of the quarter. If you flip to the next screen, you will see it says week 1 and scientific method, which is what will be learning this week. And it has any links that you will need on it. As the quarter progresses, the next week, the most current week will always be at the top. So if you are looking for a previous week, you'll have to kind of scroll to it because I'll always have the most current week at the top. You can also get to content through other means. If you click on this one, the reading, this is links to your textbook that we will be using this quarter. The textbook is called CK12, and I will show you specifically how to use that in a moment, a little bit later in the video when I talk to you about note-taking. But these will be all of the content areas we'll be looking at this quarter. The other button down here, instructional videos, like this video will be linked there. Under instruction, you have a welcome video from me at how to use Gmail and Drive, and then this video will be there as well. Over here, if we have supplemental content, such as like a crash course video or something from YouTube to explore as well, that will be over here. Okay. So this is sort of one way to access the information. If you want something all in one place, you want to go to the weekly lessons. However, this Start Here button brings you to modules, which will also have your assignments, places for you to submit your assignments. So you'll notice here the first thing on Welcome Your Journey Begins Here is this week 1 notebook, and I'll go over that with you in a moment. This whole first module you need to go through before you can move on to the learning module 1, which will have all the information for the first learning module on it as well, and assignments. This module is introductory, so no matter when you start in the year or if you start later and you're watching this video, you'll need to go through this module before you move on. Okay. Oh, the final thing I wanted to show you was how to submit something on Canvas. So one of your assignments this week is to watch this video about how to use Gmail and Drive. And if you noticed on this module, it is one of the things that you need to be able to accomplish before you move on. It's wanting to freeze on me, right? Okay. The how to use Gmail and Drive video, okay? In that, it will show you how to share a document with me folder. Just follow the directions on that. And then once you're done with that, and you're done with your assignment, your week one notebook, which I'll go over in a minute, and you're finished with your assignment, you will go to that assignment and you will copy this URL across the top, and then you will hit start assignment and paste it right here, and then hit the blue submit button. Okay. That's all you will do for most of your assignments. Some assignments you might be working on the screen itself. There will be something that you complete on that screen and hit submit. But for your notebooks, you'll be posting your URL here when you are finished with it. All right, so that's how we use Canvas. The next thing I want to show you is our schedule. We meet Mondays and Wednesdays live on Zoom from 1 to 1:30 with an optional 1:30 to 2 help time. So if you want to stay on Zoom and work on some of your assignments with help from me, that would be when you would do that, or you can work on your assignments at your own pace. That means Tuesday and Thursday is just work time for you, and then Friday, all of your assignments are due by 3 o'clock. So your first assignment this week that I showed you a second ago is your notebook. So going back to Canvas just to show you where that was again, start here, right there, click week 1 notebook, click on this, and it will bring you to make a copy, and it will go into your Google Drive. You'll need to watch that video to understand how to access that and what that means. There is another way to access this assignment. If you recall that I just said that this weekly lessons is a one-stop shop. So if you click on that, it will also bring you to the link to your notebook right there. Okay. So let's go over our notebook. This is a live document that will be updated each week. It currently just has the week 1 pages for your notebook. Next week, it will have a little button right here that says update, and you'll click on it and it will pop up the week 2 pages. So you need to complete all the pages for that week before Friday at 3. Once you look through the syllabus, you'll understand this a little bit more, but I want to just point out that these assignments are completion points. They are practices of skills. So if you do the entire assignment and you follow all of the directions, you will get your full points. This week, there's a digital scavenger hunt, which at the end of it, you will have a folder in your drive that you have shared with me with this document in it. And follow the directions on the Google Drive video on how to do that. Then we have this, which I'll have you periodically do, this sort of wonderment about science. Science is this like almost a magical thing where we discover things about the universe and our world that is unknown, and like, why does it exist, and how big is the universe, and how big is a black hole, and things like that. These just like big wonderment type questions. Okay, so I want you to take 5 of these sticky notes at least and write down things that you wonder, like, why do humans feel emotions, or why is the sky blue, or what are something you don't know about the world or the universe and you kind of want to know or you wonder about. Okay, that's what you're going to put there. This next slide here, the next page in your notebook, is a KWLD, which stands for know, want to know, learned, and didn't learn. And we will fill this out kind of periodically throughout the quarter. So for now, you just need to do the K and the W. And this is about earth science. So for earth science, what is something or things that you already know about earth science? What is a thing or multiple things that you want to know about earth science? Okay. You do not have to fill out those 2. We will return to them at a later date. This next slide is for you to take notes on this week's textbook reading, which is on the scientific method. And I will go through this with you here in a moment after I finish talking about the notebook, because I want to show you how to use the online textbook. But each week I will give you key terms and concepts that you are taking notes on, so you're not just reading everything and taking notes on every little detail that you come across. I will have a list of the big ideas that you need to, the big concepts that you need to take notes on, and you will plug them into your notes and find those in the textbook. And the final thing that you're going to do this week, and something you're going to do most weeks, but not every week, is this sort of at-home scientific method practice. You can think of it kind of like a lab, but it's all things that you can do just in your own space with just resources that you'll have at home. This one is a very short one. It's just a practice of the scientific method just by observing nature. So make sure you read all the directions here and fill out all of the boxes here before you submit this. Okay, so that is the notebook, and when you are finished with it, as I said, when you are done with it, not before you're done, but when you're finished with it, you're going to highlight the URL, copy it, and paste it on the assignment on Canvas to turn it in. Okay. All right, so the final thing that I want to talk to you about today is how to take notes. And I will do this, so as you're watching this video, you might want to bring up your notebook if you haven't already and follow along a little bit, because I'm going to sort of start this process with you, and then you can finish it as you go. So the first thing here that I kind of gave you a little pointer here is you're going to use these ideas here, or these this template here for taking notes. So it says big concept and then subtopics or information here. So you can even just list these. You could even copy and paste them if you wanted to from the key terms over here down here. Okay, see how it already bullet points? So when you find the answer in the text, what the scientific method is, you're going to just go under it and hit tab so another bullet point comes up, and then you're going to type what you discover. And you will do that for all of them. So pretty easy. You can type them in if you want to, or like I said, you can just copy and paste it over here and it already gives you your bullet points. And then when you figure it out, you just hit enter and tab to add another bullet point under it. Okay. All right, so let's actually look at the textbook now. I'm going to show you something that will save you a lot of work and time, because the textbook is going to be on a different screen while you're taking notes. So I'm going to show you how to split your screens, if I can get this to function for me. Okay. So if we go back to Canvas and we want to read about the scientific method right there, or on your notebook, it also links it right here. Either way, you can get to it, okay? And I'm going to click on scientific method. So that brings up that part of the textbook. All right, so brought up the textbook, okay? But I also am taking notes on another tab. So what I want to do is split my screen so that I can see them at the same time. So I'm actually going to grab this notebook right here.